Hello students, Dr. Meyer here. Welcome to week 14 of Servant Leadership. This is the final week of the course, and there are two major components this week that you will need to complete in order to wrap up the course. The first is that you will finish your service learning project final presentation. Be sure that as an online servant leadership service learning team that you have completed your PowerPoint slideshow, in which you will create slides to describe your service learning projects, and also be sure that your team has prepared a virtual presentation and that you've met with those online teammates to actually give your presentations regarding your service learning projects. That virtual service learning project presentation is actually your third synchronous team experience assignment. So be sure those two things have been completed. And then finally, make sure that you have submitted your verification form. Make sure you have all your signatures, including your own signature as the student, and please date that verification form. Make sure all your hours are logged, and make sure that your community partner has signed that form or that some sort of evidence can be provided that you've completed those service learning hours. So again, that verification form is also due this week. Those forms and your presentation and your final STE are all due by Wednesday of this week by 11:59 p.m. So please be sure to turn all those forms in on time. The second part of this final week is your comprehensive final exam. Now there are a few things you're going to do before you officially take the exam. First, there's an article in this week's folder titled A New Culture of Leadership. And this article really describes servant leadership in the nursing profession and in healthcare. So I like to think of it as bringing servant leadership in healthcare kind of full circle, and it helps you to understand and kind of think about how you can truly apply these Greenleaf principles into your work in healthcare. So first you'll read that article. Then you are going to complete the Are You a Servant Leader questionnaire. This is actually the same questionnaire that you completed during week 1, except you're going to complete it obviously at the end of the course. Once you've done that, you're going to tally up your scores, and then you are going to compare the first week that you took the questionnaire to the last week of the course in which you took the questionnaire. So you're comparing the pre-course assessment to the post-assessment. And hopefully you will notice some growth in your ideas and your thinking and your learning about servant leadership. I also want you to review that servant leadership pre-assessment reflection form from week 1. That's the form that has the 4 questions. The first one starts with defining servant leadership, because that too will allow you to see your growth over the course of the semester. And then finally, once you've completed those learning activities, you will take your comprehensive final exam, which will allow you to reflect on your growth throughout the whole entire course. This exam consists of 20 multiple choice and true-false questions and also 3 essay questions. You'll have a total of 120 minutes to complete the exam, and the exam is open book, so be sure to have your materials prepared. You may use your textbooks, your notes from the course, any PowerPoint slides, any videos that I've shared, articles, all of those things you may use while taking your exam. Just remember that once you start the exam, you will not be able to stop and start over. So you only get one chance to take the exam and submit it. So be sure to block out at least 120 minutes of time to take that final exam. Finally, the exam will open at 8 o'clock on Monday, and it will close on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. So please be sure that you complete the exam in that time frame. Once you completed those activities, that should do it for this final week. So again, I wish you a successful week. It has been a pleasure and an honor to serve you as your professor this semester. I hope that you've grown as a servant leader, and I sincerely hope that you continue to embed these principles, these Greenleaf ideas, and these concepts into your daily life in personal context and professional context, and also in civic ways, as you continue to serve the community. I wish you a wonderful future ahead. Thank you again for a wonderful semester.